Calvert, Texas. Ruth Foster won organized Negro baseball in 1920 at the Sale YMCA in Kansas City. That's the place now where they're going to make Buck O'Neill Education Center, right on 18th and Bank. He organized it with 8 teams. And it was pretty fluid until he took sick. But that comes from not having the right type of leader. You're the right leader for the crowd. You got to have somebody to follow. It was talking about baseball players just while ago. About our ball players. Let me go back to what I'm trying to say. I'm going to get this right. I don't want to do it wrong. You see them now. They got all of these instructional schools. They got all of these places for these guys. Let me tell you how Negro used to find ball players. How they used to find them? They ride into a town and say, Mr. Bates said, any ball players? Yes, oh yes, I don't know. You can play. Go around to the house and play. They didn't say you couldn't play, but this is what they'd do. They'd take him to the ballpark tonight. That's when you get off from work and line him up on the foul line. They're going to find out 3 things about him before he ever moves. Before he ever gets one of them $2, he's going to get to eat on him. Just think it's good. He's going to find this out. It's the son, so I'm going to hit this ball in front of you. Catch it in the air or on the first hop, stop and throw. They find out 3 things about you right there. Can you run? Can you catch the ball? Or can you throw? Now they take them and sit them down, give them $1 million and sit them down and say, well, you'll be ready in 5 years. How do you know you're going to be ready in 5 years? Only way you're going to ever learn to do anything is by doing. You got to make mistakes on the job. That's what you have to do. And they don't do it. Now, I was telling Bates on the way out here, that fella that's a black boy, he got manager's team, he got the right idea about what he want to do, manufacture run. You manufacture run a 2 every ball game. But you can take a ball right now and throw it up in the air like this with nothing on it. You throw it up in the air, I bet you can hit it 3 out of 5 times over a fence 330 feet. Now how in the world you going to consist to get a ball, a man throwing at 95 and 100 miles an hour? That's sick. I was telling Bates about a man I used to play with. He died. He never had fun. I know you heard him talking about it. Damon Runyon nicknamed him Ted W. the Rat. They played, man. 50 years old. First time I can play with my life. Got to play all these people. Played with Cool Papa Bear, but I run an airplane out. 48 years old, first time I ever saw him. If the ball stayed in the ballpark, you caught it. That's the way Negro play. No excuses. Either you did or you didn't. Either you could or you can't. Either you will or you won't. Because they'll stop that bus right out there and put you off with and send you home. Anybody else got more questions?
Do you have one game that stands out for you as being the most memorable as a player?
Yeah. We playing Ben Harbor, was playing the House of Day. Any y'all ever heard of the House of Day? The Worcester fella. Well, everybody tell you they had good ball team. We played up in Ben Harbor, Michigan. And I beat them that night 6-1. And so I was right there taking a shower. A fella said, Blair, I said, right around, some people out there want to see you. I said, nobody, you didn't see me. So I said, well, tell them I'll be smoking my throat. So I went out there and I'll never forget this, man. It sticks out in my mind right now. There's a man had a little boy about this big. That's about 4 or 5 years old. Didn't know what it was. He said, I just want my grandson to feel your arm. I said, I've never seen a little man go that hard. Anybody else?
How did you get the nickname Radio?
Or tall. Y'all gotta do that. See, when I come along, I was pretty good athlete. Play anything when I come along. I was a sprinter in the track, good football. Because I was playing football now, I make sure the specialized stuff like the returning punt. That's all you have to do. I can do that. I could do that even. But you know, that's past me. I got in the Negro League. I was going back to college. A man saw me play in the army. One thing about playing no baseball, I know all that. He said, do you wanna play in the Negro League? I said, yeah. So I gave my address and forgot about it. That January sent me a letter. So I went down there. Now this is where mine started. I got off the train station in Birmingham, Alabama. The fella that picked me up, he got my bags and put them in the car. We rode about 2 blocks to the first stop sign. He said to me, he said, "Showing up," said, "Man," he said, "your name Blair." I said, "Yeah, my name William Blair." I didn't think nothing of it at first. So we go ride a couple of more blocks. He said, "Showing up, man," he said, "your name Blair." I said, "Man, why you keep asking me that?" I said, "Well, that's my name." He said, "You so small." I said, "The man didn't ask for no size, no ball field." I said, "He asked for a ball field." I said, "I can play." I said, "I'll tell you what you do. You don't think I can do it?" I said, "When we'll start that Monday." I said, "I'll let you go till Thursday." I said, "You come back and tell them whether I can play or not. Come back that Thursday, yeah, you can play with them." I said, "I knew I could, but I wouldn't have been listening to you." These are the kind of things that people have to have. You have to fight all the time. You have to fight that all the time, especially with your size. When they think you ought to be 6'4" and weigh 240 pounds, that ain't nothing. When they found Willie Mays, who was the best baseball player to come along in the 20th century, nobody tell you that he's not. Black, white, green, or yellow. They were looking at a big old boy named Alonzo Perry because he was big and supposed to have been strong. But mind you, the scout for the San Francisco Giants had enough sense. He said, "Well, y'all can take him." He said, "I want that." And the best ball player coming off the 26. I was telling Bates on the way, "Like Jack, no doubt about what Jack is doing. But there's plenty of niggas who better ball players than that." They didn't get him for all because he had the best skill. They got him for what he could do, and he did that. He made it level for black people to play in the league because they done something to him. Or let me tell you something, you never would have done that to somebody because you don't take that nonsense. And to give an example about him, he had a brother named Matt. But I believe him. You never had his brother, had he? Finished second Justin Owens and no never. Matt Robinson, go back and check the book. Don't take my word. You got all of these kind of, I'm going to tell you this one, I'm going to sit down. I know you heard of James School-Proctor. One of the best baseball players I've seen in my life. He was 47 years old the first time I ever saw him. I played him. He was different. Cool. Could I run an airplane on that bus? But here's the way he walked all the time, walking at the stall and bed. I said, "How you feel, good?" "Oh, I don't think I can play today. I need things hurt me so bad I can't walk." If the ball stayed in the ballpark, I guarantee you the call. I saw him do something in Montgomery, Alabama. They defied the thought of people ankle. But I'm telling you the truth. We was playing in Crampton Bowl. Any y'all ever been to Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama? That's where they play the Senior Bowl down there. Well, in center field, they got an incline that goes up. All of a sudden, it goes up. A boy hit a ball off of me. I give it up for a triple when it left the bat. That man ran up that incline, caught the basket kick, some of that basket kick. He was on that, so he caught the ball. Turned around up that incline and caught it. I said, when he got back to the dugout, I said, "I sure appreciate that kid." He said, "I just didn't get there." That's the way he talked. Now, the only time that I ever in my life played saxophone in my life, we was in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, you know how people can brag on you so much and make you think that you can really do those type of things. All doing batting practice. Now, I sure get them fastball. Now, I don't know Satchel is coming in the field inning. I don't know this. But he just let me do all of the things. So, about the fifth inning, he says, "Now I want you to go get the Bubba Gifford ball in Bubba Gifford on Shreveport, Louisiana." Now, I don't know the Satchel coming in now. I go up to the plate, poked it on fire, and dug in. Mashed my strikes down to the heel. Got ready to boom! Right down in there, man. Get back in there. I said, "Man, I'm not getting back in there." So when I got that, I struck out. Third pitch, he threw it out for a minute at that building when he played. I didn't care where it was. So when I got back to the dugout, I sat outside. I said, "Man, I don't know who that is." I said, "Well, he sure tried to get that for cool, never broke flat." He said, "Black, you think you're throwing hard now? You ought to sort of hurt his arm." I said, "You mean to tell me to go hard on that?" "No, he's throwing on the arm." Good afternoon.